different penalties. And also the data processor also need to provide the data security measure to protect the data that they process on behalf of the company, of the data controller. The last one, even for the data processor, they also need to have the record of processing activities. So from now on, when we looking for a data processor or outsource, it's also a requirement for them to do this record of processing activity also. Okay. Next one is data protection officer. Actually, data protection officer, it's a person that has been designated to oversee the overall implementation and compliance of the PDPA or data regulation in the company. Here I have been assigned to be a data protection officer for the company, but there will be another data protection officer by your business unit. Like for example, Kun Aloysius will be a data protection officer for the hotel BU, and there will be a data protection officer for the education business, for food business or something like that. I will show you the structure later. But basically the roles of data protection officer is to give advice to the function within the company to make sure that they understand the implementation of GDPR and to make sure that they are in compliance with the GDPR or PDPA implementation. And we have to also coordinate with the committees from the for the PDPA in case of any problems arise. Also, that's basic roles of data protection officer. At a hotel level, there will be we haven't finalized about the name yet because it can be a little bit confusing, but the GM will assume the roles of being the data protection officer at the hotel level. Whenever they want to initiate any new project or any new business contract that is related to personal data, they need to raise the issue to the data protection officer in the BU. So they can approve or recommendation or endorse or something like that. So it will be another thing that I'm still working on with Kun Aloysius, and we haven't finalized it yet, because we also want to make sure that the hotel have some flexibility, but also need to have some control or compliance with that implementation too. So the last one is complaint and penalty.